Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO City Update. Jordan here. Today, we're going to be working on the raised train track, I think. Just recently, we received a huge amount of pieces from Bricklink, from fan mail, and also from Pick-a-Brick. And look at all those pieces. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. The first thing I have to do is process all of these and work them into my inventory. Got the hockey game on, so that's good. Got to get the volume cranked up there. But yeah, I'm going to process all this stuff here. And then I hope to use a bunch of those pieces to upgrade the raised train track here in the LEGO City. I've pretty much got it all sorted here. Look what I found in this big bag of tiles. One extra piece that I for sure didn't order. You see it? That circular 1x1 tile there? What the heck is that doing in there? I think the first segments of raised train track that I'm going to work on upgrading are these ones right here. Just because they're easy to access. I don't see why we wouldn't start right front and center, right there, boom. Then I'll slowly transition throughout the city toward the segments that are on the road. Remember when I unboxed these parts and I mentioned that there are 2 orders that I have not picked up yet? One that's still in shipping and one that's ready to be picked up? Well, it turns out those orders there have the 2x2 bricks that I need and the 1x2 bricks that I need, so unfortunately, I'm not able to build any of these because I literally do not have any of those parts. That sucks, because I thought I was going to build at least 1 or 2 of these, but whatever. I guess I'm going to have to transition into something else here today because the raised train track can't happen without those parts. What do you think? Should we run the train, or is that a little bit dangerous? I think that's definitely a little bit dangerous. I guess if we can't work on one big project, I'll work on a different big project, which of course is the zoo. I've been working on different animal enclosures, and the most recent one is the bear exhibit. Well, this is pretty neat. I loved this angle wall right here, and also the rock panel. Somebody mentioned you should build a viewing area that's in the rock panel. I was like, oh, well, that's a super cool idea, but I already built this one for the bear exhibit, so maybe I'll do that for panthers over here, and for some reason a camel. And maybe that rock panel will come off of this ramp right here. So I started building a prototype, and this is what I've got going so far. You can see I've used some of those 1x4x6 window glasses there in dark gray, and then I've actually snot mounted a bunch of plate on either side and above, and then I use some jumpers and put the top on there so we can put some 2x plate on top. Just a bunch of snot bricks and jumpers and slopes and plates and window glass, and I've created this double panel right here. And I'm thinking if I build something like that, it'd be pretty neat. So I think I'm going to build 3 of them, and maybe it'll go 1, 2, and 3 if we can fit it, and they'll sort of be hinged off one another and extend off the ramp there. I think it's a pretty cool idea though. I love it, and we're off to a really good start. It's been a little bit tricky getting this perfect here because of the snot mounted bricks, the hinges, just getting everything so that it works correctly, but you can see it can fully hinge now, which is neat, so because I'll be able to mount it in the correct position. I am out of dark gray hinges, that's why there's one light gray one right there. But I'm really liking the look of it so far. So this side here is actually going to face the panthers, and I'm going to put slopes on the available studs there, which will look pretty neat. On the other side, I can't do that because I don't want little kids running into rocks. I don't want them smashing their face on a rock, so it doesn't make sense to do it on this side. But here's an example of what it looks like. In the interior, I've just put a snot brick there, any color you can actually see. Ooh, you can see that snot brick where it hinges. Might have to try and order some dark gray ones and fill this in with dark gray in the future, but I don't have any dark gray snot. These are like double-sided 1x2 snot bricks. That's why I'm using these random colors though, because I just don't have them. Also, I'm not filling in the interior because it's just a waste of parts. I should do it on the hinging spots just because that would look better. But it's just a part constraint right now. You're not really going to see that side as much because it's going to be positioned in the zoo like this. Why don't we go test fit it after the hockey game though? Yeah, because it's getting down to the wire there. I don't really want to miss that. So I cleaned up the top a bit there with the hinges and added some more plates. Looks a little bit more complete. test fitting it here, it might be too large. I don't know where to reduce it because it's symmetrical, right? So I'll have to try and figure something out there, but it might be too large. I mean, it does hinge, so it can be sort of fit to spot, but I don't want the enclosure to be that big. That's huge for one panther. I sort of wanted it to be like that. So I need to reduce it somehow. I just liked how symmetrical it was. It just sort of made sense. But you know what? I think I have the solution. So right now it goes rocks, 2 studs, then window, rocks, and then the panel in the interior is window, rocks, window. So to make it even more symmetrical, I'm going to get rid of this pillar right here and that pillar right there where my pinky is. And that's going to reduce it by 4 studs and actually make it more symmetrical. However, it's going to go window, window. And it's also going to eliminate that scenario on the back there where you can see those snot bricks, because it's going to be window, window rather than window, snot bricks, window. You know what? I actually think it looks better. More symmetrical, which I like, because now each panel is pretty close to the same size. Yeah, so that looks good. And it actually fits the spot way better. So I'll be able to do something like that. I'm going to look to clean this up as well. It might have to branch off of that, and then we'll put a support pillar in here anyway. I don't know what its exact position is going to be. All right, there we go. I've added a bunch of slopes to it. Also some light gray accents. I also added slopes to the top. And then on the back side, I added some tile and finished off all the plate work. Now it does look pretty gray, you know, like it looks really dark gray. Maybe I should have made the window panels light gray. Maybe that would look better. I don't know though. Having it matching is probably better, I guess. Now I will add plants. I don't think I'm going to add them to it though. I think I'm going to add it in front of it, inside the habitat. Maybe in front of it will be all like green grass, and then there'll be trees and stuff growing in front of it. I don't think putting plants on the available studs on the actual viewing area is going to look good. I found enough snot bricks to fill in this side here, and also gray bricks, so that looks way better. I think it's going to be positioned somewhere like this. So starting on this post, then curving to the edge of this, and then we'll tack it down in spot somehow. And this area right here will be all panthers. And then I've got all this common space over here and the common space over here to come up with lots of different cool things for the zoo, such as information booths, souvenir stands, concession stands, and I still want to do that big pond in the middle. I knocked that off every single update. And trees. I don't think the trees are going to be that big. I think they're going to be that big. But hey, look at that. I think it's a great start. And like I mentioned, it is a lot of dark gray. But once I transform this into green and we put trees, not in front of the glass, but around it, I think a nice pop of color, and then this will look really good. This is a lot of gray. I won't lie. It is a ton of gray. But like I said, pond, hopefully trees. And once we build this habitat to look like that, full of color, I think it'll contrast well with all of the gray. And if I need to add green to this, then that's truly no problem. But yeah, that's the zoo update for today, I guess. This took a long time, and it's Saturday. I'm going to spend the night with the wife. But there you go. Look at that. It is a curved rock panel / viewing area with hinges, snot bricks, plates, windows, and all sorts of slopes. And that's going to go right there for the panthers. In the next zoo update, I will start constructing the panther habitat. Just don't have time for it today. And yeah, that looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. Did not expect to get that done. I thought we were going to work on raised train track, but clearly not. And that's another update that you're going to see here right away. Just got to go get those Bricklink parcels. So thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it by commenting below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.